Well, it's election season now here in the United States, and a lot of my friends have been sending me emails where they're all excited about the candidates that they are for and worried about the candidates that they're against. And I would like to encourage people to read the 4th chapter of Daniel in the Bible, because it lays out very clearly just what the deal is in terms of the leadership of the nations. And also in some of the Gospels, I think 3 of the Gospels at least, if not 4, there's the account of Satan tempting Jesus Christ and saying, all these kingdoms of the earth are mine to give to whomsoever I will, and they can be yours if you will fall down and worship me. Well, when he said that to Jesus, Jesus didn't argue with him about it in terms of the issue of there being Satan's to give, but rather the point he made was that the Bible says that you shall only worship God and no one else. And so it would seem that if you put together Daniel chapter 4 and those accounts in the Gospels, that tells you where the leadership of the nations is mediated and the level on which it's decided. And I've often been comforted by the idea, or it seems clear to me when I look at the whole show going on in the media, and advertising and debates and such, and it looks to me like looking at a puppet show. And I realize, well, there are the characters up there on the stage, but then there are people behind there directing what happens and orchestrating the events, whether they're pulling strings or their hand is up inside, that it's not really what you see on the surface that's making things happen. And a Hungarian fellow I knew, he described it as bread and circus, and that the real decision-making and power is in the background, but that they give the people food and entertainment to keep them pacified or mollified. Well, it also reminds me of professional wrestling. If any of you are familiar with the art of, or the theater of professional wrestling as compared to actual wrestling, one is serious and the other is entertainment. It's high theater, and it doesn't mean that they're not strong. It doesn't mean that they don't hurt each other, but it means that it's being played out quite a bit differently than just an athletic event, and that there's something more going on in the background. Well, and that's sort of the way it is here. So I encourage you to review the scriptures about King Nebuchadnezzar in Daniel 4, and also what Satan and Jesus Christ discussed in the Gospels there. And it's easy to find, and I think it sheds a lot of light on it.